Okay, all that means I've got a tear in my knee, a meniscus tear. So what I was going to do is show you how I cope with it. Right, first of all, what it says here: impression, tear of the root of the medial meniscus extending to a horizontal cleavage. Denegative tear involving the posterior horn measuring approximately 2.5 centimeters. So I've got a tear in my knee at 2.5 centimeters. With no displacement or I haven't got a clue what any of this means. Chronic sprain of the MCL posterior oblique. Anyway, we did all this. I've had an MRI scan. I thought, right, Oppo, because I've been suffering for about 6 months with it. I tripped over in the garden about 2 months ago. That made it even worse. Went back to the doctors. Yeah, so I've had the MRI. This is what it came back with, thinking, all right. He said, don't Google anything like operations. I thought, oh, here we go. So this Monday just gone, went to our local hospital and saw a specialist. And believe it or not, I've been suffering with this for about 6 months, but it's started to get better by itself. And it says it can, if there's enough red blood cells flow into the area to repair it. So it looks like it is repairing it. So when I saw him, he had a look at it, and he said, stand up, to put a pair of shorts on, showed and had a look at it, and he said, leave it. They're not going to, they reckon it's more intrusive to have an operation than it is if it'll repair. So you need to look what you've got, and maybe ask your local GP if it'll repair on its own. But mine seems to be repairing. What I was going to show you is these, or you get a pair of these. Can you see that? Where am I? Yeah? Pure. I'll put a link in the description down below. I bought these off Amazon. You can get all sorts, but they're sort of recommended. If you type in meniscus tear support, this comes up. There's a lot come up. There's one there for 120 odd quid. This was a tenner for a pair. And if you can see inside, I don't know if you can see that inside. Let me just get up so I can see the camera. Can you see that? It's like got little waves, and that's a rubber insert, and that goes to the top of your leg. These are medium because they're quite tight. I do a lot of weightlifting, but I've lost a lot of size in my legs, so I haven't used them for over 12 months. Well, near enough 12 months. 6 months I've had this, then I've had stuff before that going on, but that's beside the point. So these are a great help. Yeah, sometimes you have to take them off to relieve. I don't know if anybody else has got symptoms same as this sort of thing, but you also seem to have a lot of what they call it, like a nettle sting on the outside of your knee, and it's painful, but it's not, it's not sort of like, oh. So how I cope with some of the pain and the aches and whatnot, it's 2 paracetamol followed by 2 ibuprofen, is that how you say it, to cope with it. So I've been told I don't need an operation as such. These are the things that I use to cope with it, which were support, which were really, really good. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description down below. But it takes a long time to heal. It says, some of them, my daughter pointed out that there's one place you can get information from, and it says it can take up to 2 years. But anyway, it looks like I'm on the mend. Still a little bit limpy, but not bad. So I thought I'd do this video, and like I said, I'll put this in the link. If anybody, this helps anybody, I found it really helpful. And they're quite comfortable as well. You've got a thin piece on the back for the back of your hamstring, and you've got like a knee support top and bottom, and then the rubber as well that keeps it up. It doesn't slide down your leg, it stays where you put it. It's very good. All right, so that's my views on meniscus tear, and they're not going to do anything. Is that it? That's it fitted. It's very comfortable. You can see it fits nicely, and then you've got the, hold on, there you go. It doesn't move, it stays there, so it sticks. Very good, very good. Also, I forgot to mention that I've started doing some exercises. Thumbs in the way. So leg press, with the smallest amount of weight. You don't need much. And I did some yesterday. I got a leg press machine at home, and I was doing 4 sets of 25, and I incorporated a bit more. I put 25, maybe 30 reps, but really, really light. Also leg extensions, leg curls, hamstrings and calf raises, all extremely light. But only do it if you feel comfortable. This is not advice from me. This is what I'm doing. It's nothing to do. I'm not giving you advice to say do this, do any other. What I'm saying is that now, at least it's starting to come together. Okay, right now, thanks very much for watching, and like and subscribe. That would be great. Cheers.